What's up, homies? Mike here, making a video today. Today we'll be talking about my top 10 favorite cartoons of all time. You know, as someone who had a great childhood, you know, watching these peak shows, whether it's on Cartoon Network, Disney Channel, and I guess Disney XD, and Nickelodeon, I got to confidently say that I know what I like and which shows I resonate the best. Though I'm not saying which one's better than the other, though you could make the argument for the top 5, but, you know, these are the shows I enjoy the most. With that being said, let's get onto it, and there'll be no honorable mentions, just the top 10, guys. Number 10, we have Steven Universe. Steven Universe is actually pretty good. I don't care what no one has to say about Steven Universe, you know. One of the mature themes in Cartoon Network for sure, you know. Steven, my opinion, my favorite character and the best character, you know. Really see him go for a little kid, you know. Doesn't know how to use his powers until this absolute chat of a guy who has like probably the strongest guy on the show by the time Future hits, you know. And you cannot tell me that OST is not good, bro. You're just lying to yourself, bro. Like, you can hate the show all you want, but you can't say, like, I don't know, like, Stronger Than You is not good. That's a top, one of the best songs ever made, bro. Like, don't tell me that Love Like You is not goated, bro. In my opinion, that's my favorite song, the best song out of the show. And it's just a very, very mature show, you know. You have Pearl, Garnet, Amethyst, Connie, bro. If you're into shipping, that's like one of the best shows for shipping, you know. Literally just Jim shipping, you know. Even Steven and Connie, they get the part of shipping, you know. But Steven Universe, wow, man. I get hyped when I see that Garnet and Jasper Fleck Stronger Than You song. So you're not tapped in with the Steven Universe, get tapped in with the Steven Universe. Like, I'm putting it on to all these shows in case you've never watched these, so go watch Steven Universe. You've never watched Steven Universe in your life. Go ahead. Number 9, Adventure Time. Compared to the others, I know it's crazy, but compared to the others, I vibe with a lot more shows than Adventure Time, you know. Bro, Finn and Jake has one of the best brother dynamics I've seen on, not just in like cartoons, just like in media in general. Like, best buds. Literally, it's like a man's best friend is his dog, bro. You can definitely see that. Obviously, you have Marceline and Ice King, you know. Those are a pretty good duo, and you know, there's just like a lot of lore, a lot of fun to have in these episodes. You know, you get to see the relationship between, you know, Princess Bubblegum and Marceline. You know, you know, very, you know, very wholesome. I'm glad they got together. You know, even you can include Fiona and Cake. You know, I haven't seen that yet. I saw like snippets. You know, I'm just saying, bro. If you want a very lore-heavy show, you care about the lore, Adventure Time's your show to go. One of the best shows to go. You know. Although I don't think it's the best lore show if you want to get into lore, but if it's a good, very lore heavy, story heavy base, and you like the story based, you know, shows, cartoons. So yeah, Adventure Time, not bad, but I just like a lot more cartoons, a lot more. For number 8, I have Craig of the Creek, right? And it's probably this is like the most recent cartoon out of all of my top 10, and it just ended, I think, a year ago. I'll get to the ending when I think about it a little bit later, but Craig of the Creek is actually a pretty fire, bro. Craig, you know, main character, I love Craig. He's adventurous, willing to, like, you know, explore the creek, you know. You have JP, JP is funny, bro, you know. He says a lot of dumb stuff, but, you know, that guy's just a loyal man. He's just trying to have fun. He's just stupid. We all love JP, right? And then we have Kelsey and her bird Mortimer. Bro, Kelsey is such a fun character, bro. I like how she has this wooden sword. She actually thinks she as a warrior. It's pretty fun to watch, you know. Bro, I'm telling you, Craig of the Creek, bro, you Capture the Flag is got you one of the best arcs, you know. Even though I watched Capture the Flag, go watch it. I recommend you watch all the series. All the series up to that point, that's just a peak, bro. That's such a goat. And the finale of, you know, I won't spoil all the characters, you know, but the finale of the Creek, I was gonna know the finale, not the final episode, but the finale of Craig of the Creek, because HB Max did like a final season, and like when the show truly ended, but like, you get what I talk about if you watch it before or you get to the point. But the finale where, like, I want to say what happens, but Craig sacrifices something, you know. He sacrifices something, right? And then, like, the final episode of them just, you know, saying, like, leaving and be like, hey, I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, my gosh, bro, that got me to me, bro. Like we won't ever see these characters again. That episode just hit me hard. Like, oh, my gosh. Like, yeah, no more Craig the Creek, you know. They will see each other tomorrow, but we won't. But, you know, that's just how it's supposed to go, you know. They go on while we just say our goodbyes. So, yeah, go watch Craig of the Creek. If you've not watched Craig of the Creek, I recommend it. One of the best cartoons out there. And, you know, also, Craig is black, so, no. I mean, that's not a bonus, but I just want to point that out, really. So, number 7, we got Phineas and Ferb. Man, Phineas and Ferb was such a vibe, bro. Like, bro, I wish I was Phineas and Ferb, bro. I feel that's one of universal, like, cartoon universe I would like to live someday, you know, right? Because imagine being friends with these guys, you know. These guys are, like, geniuses. Like, they literally build a roller coaster to the moon. Like, bro, hanging out with these guys seem like a lot of fun, because I can say, like, hey, can you, like, build me, I don't know, for example, build me like a video game. Basically like SAO. If you watch SAO, like, you know, you die in the real world, bro. I don't know, but, you know, I'm pretty sure, you know, that they will build it. And then not just them, you know, you have Candace, even though she could be a little mean, but she's actually genuinely funny, in my opinion. And then you have, like, the dogs, like Balashid, Buford, those are the dogs, Isabella. Oh my gosh, bro. Seeing that one episode where, like, they actually get together with Isabella and Phineas. Oh my gosh, bro. That is so high. That's my favorite episode, when those two actually make it official, bro. And one of my favorite parts of that episode, when Isabella was she was like singing a song about, I guess, her and Phineas were like, oh, blah, 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 right? And then she was like, she name dropped. We could have been Fizzabella. She gave her actual name for her ship. It's crazy, bro. Oh my gosh, that's so actually. I love that episode. And then of course you got Perry the Platypus, you know, Dr. Juice's first, you know. And I guess you can also include Miles Murphy to an extent if you want to. You can, but honestly, I could just include it in that, but just for the sake of it, no, I'm not gonna include it. But although I do want to, you know, it's kind of like a cine universe. So you want to include Murphy's Law? Go ahead. I don't blame you, but just for the sake of this video being simple, we're not gonna include it, you know. Although I do want to, though, right? So yeah, pretty fun show, you know. And their songs are bangers too. Pretty fun characters to watch and see if Phineas Ferb build anything, you know, while Candace trying to bust them. Pretty good show. For number 6, and right off the bottom 5, we have Teen Titans. I was considering putting Teen Titans Go in the top 10, but then I realized I thought of the better Teen Titans. But Teen Titans Go, for what it's worth, it's not that bad, right? I used to hate it, but I don't know, it was low-key kind of peak, but this is not about Teen Titans Go, but it's about the third one of Teen Titans, right? This show was awesome, bro, and apparently Teen Titans Season 6 is in production, though. I'm not gonna talk about that, but that sounds pretty hype. But bro, Robin's generally my favorite character in that show, bro. He makes not using superpowers or having some outlandish powers so cool, bro. He's just pure athleticism, you know, pure, bro. I don't know, he's just cool, bro. I want to be the Robin, you know, just no powers. I don't know, he's just the aura farmer, bro. And then you have Beast Boy, literally turn any animal he wants. Starfire, Alien, little alien, Cyborg, little Cyborg, Raven, Trigon's daughter, bro. Or, you know, or Trigon's her father, right? Bro, I kind of each season kind of focuses on a Titan besides Starfire, which I would like to see a season that kind of focuses on Starfire, really. But you cannot tell me, bro. You're like, bro, this is so hype, bro. Their fights, their themes are so cool. Robin and Slade, one of the best dynamics and parallels of each other. I like how they're two sides of the same coin. Robin could have been Slade. Pretty much he was Slade with Red X. Bro, oh my gosh, bro. I really like that's probably my favorite show. Is two sides of the same coin, two characters who are similar, but there's one thing that makes them very different. That's probably one of my favorite tropes. Not just in cartoons, just in any type of writing. Just makes a lot more interesting. And bro, honestly, if it had a 6 seed, it could have been a top 5, but you know, hey, you know, sometimes, you know, maybe you did enough, because if that 6 seed were to add, probably 2 peaks, probably make number 1, honestly. But yeah, Teen Titans, you know, it's pretty awesome. Go watch it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're at the top 5, right? So running up for the top 5, I have The Amazing World of Gumball. This show is funny. One of the funniest shows I've ever saw in my life, you know. Gumball's my favorite character. That guy's just funny. You know, he has a girlfriend, unlike me, but who really cares, you know? But anyway, so, you know, funny show. Again, Darwin, Gumball, fun dynamic, you know. I like how he's kind of it's like the sidekick. I don't want to say the sidekick. It's more you know, the little brother to Gumball. And then you have Richard, one of the best cartoon dads. I don't care what anyone says. Then you have Nicole, very funny. And then Anais, the little sister. Man. And their references to many pop culture stuff. It's so funny. I have not watched the newest season of Gumball yet. I don't know why I haven't. I just don't feel like it. But I heard it was pretty good. I've seen clips of it, and it's just the same old Gumball. You know, the Gumball we all love. You know. And man, I really just funny show. And it's so odd because it has so many like cartoons. It's so, I don't know how to explain it, but you get what I mean. Gumball, Darwin looks different from I don't know, Tina, the T-Rex, or Bobbert, the robot. Bro, it's such a weird world of Elmore, bro. It's just a fun watch, you know. But yeah, if you get how it kind of looks like with the characters kind of very different, it's a fun show, and you should definitely go watch it. For number 4, I have SpongeBob, right? That's crazy that SpongeBob is in the top 3. I'll explain why. My reasoning is because, I don't know, it's not the same no more, really, you know. There's a bunch of seasons in SpongeBob, you know. Sometimes I feel like SpongeBob should just end, you know. We don't need SpongeBob doesn't need to be continuing forever, you know. I'd rather a show go out. No, it's better for a show to go out when it's at its peak, you know, to remember it as man, what a great show, you know, and to just keep on going, keep going down, right? And it way past its peak, and the quality gets just worse and worse, right? People often say that the first 3 seasons, you know, are the best. I don't know, really. I don't remember much of this first 3 seasons, you know. I kind of like the one with the Atlantis one, though I heard that people don't like the Atlantis one. I really like the Atlantis one. That's probably I don't know, 4, 5, 6, those in one of those other seasons. But I will say, yeah, it does decrease in quality. I don't know, I haven't keeping up with SpongeBob, really, but it was one of my favorite shows in childhood. At one point, it was my favorite childhood show. It was to the point where I got a SpongeBob birthday cake, I don't know, twice, I think, because I really just like SpongeBob that much. And I like how SpongeBob and Squidward, represents, two sides of the audience. And the reason why I think SpongeBob is, one of people love eating adults, because SpongeBob and Squidward, right? SpongeBob represents the kids, you know, all kids enjoy. Squidward represents adults. They know the real life hardship of adulthood in the real life, you know, Lumi, right? Those are the 2 most important characters in SpongeBob. You can't have SpongeBob without, of course, SpongeBob and Squidward, right? You can, bro. It just wouldn't be fun. It just wouldn't be as fun, bro. Of course, you have Patrick, Mr. Kraft, Sandy, Plankton. All those characters too are good too, but those 2, man, those are the bread and butter. So yeah, guys, I'm not gonna explain that much because it's just SpongeBob, bro. We all love SpongeBob, and I'm sorry to the people who didn't watch SpongeBob as growing up, bro. Now you can, so go watch some SpongeBob. top three, baby. Top three, guys. So, all right, now top three, guys. And it was not hard to put these cartoons. It's easy the top three. I knew I was gonna put these three at the specific places. Right now for number three. It's gonna be Gravity Falls, right? Bro, Gravity Falls is so peak. 40 episodes, bro. I believe they have 40 episodes. I don't know if that's enough to tell like get too much lore and give them in so many peak episodes, right? Bro, their lore is gotta be so cool, bro. Like, you know, you have Dipper, Maple, twins, bro. Ruckle Stan, you know. Those are just some good characters. You have Wendy, bro. You have, what's it? Bro, there's so many characters. I can't think of the name of, bro. There's so many characters, you know, they're fun. And these episodes are fun while having a plot, bro. Like, bro, that's probably one of my, I kind of like when shows have a plot to them, just the cartoons, and not just like, you can just watch any episode and you know, you don't gotta worry about, you know, the lore. But sometimes I do like the lore, you know, and their lore for Gravity Falls, it's pretty fun to watch, you know. Seeing people taking down, the characters taking down Bill Cipher, pretty hype, and that could buy, bro. That could buy stuff, that could buy where like Dipper and Maple had to go back to California, bro. And where like Dipper and Maple switch hats, you know, just from Memento, bro. Oh my gosh, bro. Honestly, we don't need another season of this, you know. Sometimes you don't need another season of this. I'm not saying like another season, but like you don't need like a I don't know, I guess like a sequel to it, really. You really kind of don't, really. It's better to end off things, you know. You don't need to go back, you know. Peak, why change peak, you know? Peak is peak. You don't change peak. If it's that high, you don't need to bring it down, bro. I mean, you can go higher, but it's not necessary. All I'm trying to say is that if they were not to make another season or a sequel of Gravity Falls, I would be completely fine with it, you know, because, again, the storytelling was phenomenal, and the characters are good, and the ending, bro. It's just a banger ending. I really love that show. So, yeah, Gravity Falls, top three.
These two, bro. This was the hardest one for me to put these two, bro. Number two, guys, number two. So this is really hard for me to put either of them at first, but you know, I had to think long, hard about it. And you guys can probably tell which two cartoons I'm talking about, you know, based on, you know, although you can't, but it's fine. But number two, I'm gonna have to put, get ready, Regular Show. At one point, it was my favorite show for the longest time, you know, after the other number one, but Regular Show, it's still relatable, bro. Like, although it's not relatable, like where like the adults and the children can both relate. Well, SpongeBob, I feel like that's the perfect blend. I still it's a close second, right? Because it's meant for like not just little kids, but like more like teenagers. People were just working, you know, like Mordecai and Rigby, losers. And I like the fact that it started as actual losers who don't do their job until actually like mature people. You know, they have like a family now, all that, and then just like I like the fact that it's so random. Like they could be like mowing the lawn, doing some whatever, and then they gotta save the world or everyone just dies, right? And also you have peak characters like, you know, Pop, Skips, Muscle Man, Benson, Eileen, CJ. Oh my gosh, Margaret, you want to include Margaret if you don't like Margaret, you know. So many characters. And that ending, in my opinion, is my favorite in any Cartoon Network show. You just see after they finish this big war where someone, you know, dies. I won't spoil. If you don't want, you can go watch it. They just, you know, live their lives, you know. That's all they had to do. I like the fact that Mordecai and Rigby leave the park and go pursue whatever they want. I love the fact that Mordecai went to the art school. He found someone that actually likes him. And bro, I'm not gonna lie, Rigby and Eileen made me my favorite couple of all time, bro. I just like, they're so adorable, bro. I can honestly make a video of why I love Regular Show so much. It's not that, bro. I just love Regular Show that much. Honestly, this could have been number one, but for now, it's number two. Although Regular Show could just be number one, bro, at this point. You know, honestly, these two can just flip-flop for me. One of them, I feel like this show is my favorite and the other show is my favorite. Man, guys, although Regular Show is not for everyone, if you do happen to watch it, please, bro, just one of the best shows. In my opinion, the best Cartoon Network show you're ever gonna watch in your life, bro. Because... And also, I don't want to take too much time because there's so much things I want to talk about. But one more thing I want to add, Rigby. If you don't, it's definitely my favorite character. He goes from very unlikable to the most likable, and he redeemed himself so much, bro. Oh my gosh. That's why everybody loves Rigby and makes him his favorite character. So yeah, if I were to say, why should you watch Regular Show? Because it's crazy and Rigby. So yeah, go watch Regular Show. It's so peak. And Regular Show is coming back too. I forgot to mention that. So go watch it before another season, the next season comes out.
Finally, we have reached number one. I could probably guess what it is. Yes, it's Avatar, right? Man, bro, I think it's probably the show I resonate the most. Either a Regular Show, I keep saying. For now, I'm gonna put Average. Not Average, but what was it? Avatar, bro. Oh my gosh, right? Bro, in my opinion, it has the best main cast of characters. The best main characters, you know. I feel like one of the best important things about a show is the characters. You don't like the characters, you're not gonna like the show. You know, at least I'm not sure it's the characters. You gotta love the characters, in my opinion. That's like one of the most important things in the story. And I like the fact that it's kind of plot heavy, right? Bro, Aang, Katara, Sokka, Toph, Zuko. Oh my gosh, bro. Ironically enough, those are my top 5, you know, the main characters. Because like, I'm saying, bro, these main characters are so good. Like whether Aang fulfilling his destiny and not run away and being an Avatar, you know. Is he an Avatar or an Airbender first? Katara, the mother, you know, the caring person, willing to forgive, you know, takes care of everyone, you know. Sokka, the very sexist at first, but then he learns to be not sexist and learns to be a true leader, and not being insecure about the fact that he can't bend, right? He can't bend, be confident in his skills, tough, learn how to trust in others, don't just rely on yourself, it's okay to relax, just rely on others. And Zuko, I'm gonna explain Zuko. We all know and love Zuko, bro. Redemption, self-searching, soul-searching. Bam, that's a perfect cast. And the crazy thing about this cast is like they roll off each other so much. Like you could, for instance, you could put Toph and Sokka together, and they're gonna give you're gonna laugh with them, and then you're gonna laugh with with Sokka and Zuko, bro. And then you have Zuko and Katara. Not Katara not trusting her. And then eventually Zuko gained her trust. Katara and Toph. The two girls on the team, and then you have Aang and Katara, you see that the relationship between them develop and they get together, which I'm very happy they got together. And then of course you had the most iconic one, Zuko and Aang. Bro, they have so many parallels, bro. Bro, their names are parallels. Aang, Zuko, bro. Aang is the first letter, the first alphabet A. Zuko is the last alphabet Z. One has red marks on his body. One has blue marks on his body. They both have, shocks of lightning. Zuko has a shock has front, and Aang has a shock at his back. Bro, one's fire, one's wind, Although they're not opposite, they kind of are opposites in a way if you think about it. But there's so many parallels you can draw for these two, bro. And not just the characters alone, just the world building, bending. All the peak characters, Iroh, Azula, other good characters. And this is just, bro, Avatar, it has it all, bro. If you want adventure, you got your adventure. If you want romance, though it's not prominent, you do got your romance with Aang, Katara, Zuko, Sokka, bro, they represent the toxic relationships too, bro. The not so good ones. If you want drama, you got the drama there. You want some action, you got action there. Avatar has have it all, bro. Like you can't go wrong with Avatar. Everybody likes Avatar, bro. Even though it's not as popular as SpongeBob, in my opinion, Avatar is easily the best Nickelodeon show of all time. Like maybe some seasons of SpongeBob can compare, but like you can't. Let's not do that, bro. I'm saying, bro. You not watched Avatar yet? Go watch Avatar, bro. I'm just saying, bro. Just that peak, bro. So, what are you doing in this video? Go watch some Avatar, right? And that's basically my top 10 cartoons of all time. Let me know your top 10 cartoons of all time down below. And I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.